Hey guys, this is Matt with Milwaukee Road, Charleston Division. Just a quick update on the N-scale layout. I've done a little bit of things with the layout, but I've gotten a lot more done off the layout than on. One of the biggest changes that I've done is I installed track lighting on each side. So you can see the opposite side too. Now all of these all have LED lights in them, so it cuts down on the energy bill. But here it is with this side on. You can see how it really illuminates the layout, and I really enjoy it. One of the other things I've done, both of the main lines here, the inner one, not yet the far one, but the two inner ones already have the walk-around units hooked up to the layout. I just have not put any of the extra fronts on, but I'll be getting to that fairly shortly. Coming around here, haven't done much with the steel mill or the piggyback yard, but like I said, I've been more focused on getting the track lighting on than doing anything else. One thing I'm looking at doing is that this little station right here, I'm actually thinking about getting rid of it, only because I have a couple of stations already on the layout, and I think that would just be adding too much, but not 100% certain on that. Coming around here, I've got the little the diner right here. So I've got that all set up, and then I've got some trash cans that are going to be put in, on the back of it. A little construction site, and then again, all the farm fields. One thing that I did get, if I can lift these up now, these are little hinges, and you can see the size of them compared to my thumb. They're very small, and I've got 2 packs of those. One pack, the pack that I have right here, is actually going to attach to the doors on the engine house, so then that way they can swing open and swing close. And I'll show you what the second one is for in just a couple minutes. But coming around, haven't done much with the Cogdell yard. One thing that I did learn, one of my really good friends, Bob, he ended up building that one, that set, this car, and a couple other ones, including my baluster, which you'll see in a second. I found out that he ended up passing away, so kind of a sad thing that he ended up passing away. Wish I was able to talk to him more before that. Then coming along here, I'm going to have once I get rid of all these extra wires, I'm going to have a little mound of coal right here, and then the transforming plant right there. So, then another one of the cars that he built for me. Real quick, I'll show you this one. This is my Pride that he ended up building for me, the little baluster car. Beautifully done. I'm really going to miss Bob a lot. Then the other thing I was going to say, the other hinges that I have are going to be for this. This is going to be a Milwaukee Road snowplow. I started repainting it. The sides right here, I'm going to put a little hole in here for a little wire, and then the hinges are going to go up here, so then that way the blade can actually swing out and swing shut on both sides. So that's what the other set of hinges are for. Moving along here, again, I'll show you how much this side gets illuminated with this track lighting. So you can see I definitely have the light now, which I'm happy about. I even have a couple on the engine house and on the main engine facility yard. Then coming around here, one thing I'm thinking about adding, but I think the wife is going to deny it. I want to put a little lumber yard right here. Not 100% certain if that's what I want to do, but I'd like to have a lumber yard somewhere on the layout, either on that side or build it right here. Oh, excuse me. And then that way I can have it serviced by rail. Just put a couple of lumber cars there. Coming around this way, this was one of my newest buildings, and I want to thank Vinny for building this for me. It's my new cement plant, and it looks beautiful on this layout. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Couldn't ask for anything better. In fact, I'll put these guys back where they're going to go. But yes, I'm extremely happy with it. Unfortunately, the post office did do some damage to it, but with the help of Vinny's pictures, I was able to put it back together. And like I said, it's just beautifully, beautifully done. I couldn't ask for anything else. So thank you, Vinny. I really enjoy the scratch build that you did for me. So then moving along over here, this is where I've done some changes. Now, right here, this used to be just a siding that went out. But what I've done now is the siding for the engines are going to be right there. And then this track is going to go across, Highway 41 and into the Wisconsin Central yard. So I've taken one of the yard tracks away to make a secondary entrance instead of just on that side. Now a train coming from this side can pull off into the siding and then enter the yard. So that's one of the major things that I've done. I still have to nail that down, cut out the road, but that's pretty much all that I've gotten done on this layout. I've got to do some repair work over here. I ended up having as odd as it sounds, somehow two birds got into the layout, and I'm still trying to figure out where, but I swear it looked like a tornado ended up hitting this place. A lot of these cars were all knocked over. People were picked up and dropped in different areas. So still trying to recover from that, and still trying to find out how they got in. But as you can see, my extra track lighting that I'm going to be adding in when I get more the LEDs in. Now these are made by Great Lake Models, and they're actually little landscape barriers. And those, as you can see how many packs I've got of them, they're all going to be coming around on this and bordering the big rocks. So I think it's going to look amazing. I want to say, thank you to Great Lakes for getting those to me. And, because I've known him for a while, fortunately he was able to help me out with a little bit of a deal. So I want to say thank you again. I got my other signal in right here. So now I've got almost all the signals in. I'm still waiting on a couple of the signal bridges so I can put those in. But after that, I think I have 4 or 5 of them that are going to be made. But once I get all of those in, then I'll have all the signaling in, and I can start wiring them all up. But that's pretty much what I've gotten done so far. As you can see, the cars right here from the Wisconsin Central yard that I had to pull out so that way I could make the new arrival track. Now, my other friend, Ron, said that he's started building the railroad kind of like their boarding house. So he said he's going to have that done pretty soon. I really cannot wait until that's done. And in fact, he's actually sent me one picture of it so far, and this is what he's gotten done so far. I'm going to try to let it focus. So that's what the rooming house is going to look like. That's going to go right there. So I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to get it. So again, I want to say thank you, Ron. I'm really anxious about seeing your work again. It's always amazing to me. So coming back to the steel mill, as you can see, all my ore cars got knocked off by the bird, but like I said, I'm still trying to recover all of that stuff. I ended up getting the speaker installed inside this. Unfortunately, the CD player that I've gotten for all my noises around, when I got it, I saw that it had a little plug, so I was assuming that they were the headphone jack, when in turn they're actually the input for like an iPhone or anything that has music on it, an iPod or something like that. So now I'm back to trying to figure out how I'm going to play all my CDs underneath the layout and actually get them hooked up. So that was a bummer that I had. I wanted to get that done prior to this video, but like I said, I'm back to square one. The other thing that I've done was I ended up taking the covers, the concrete, and the asphalt to Home Depot, and you can see that they actually color matched it. So then that way I can actually touch up the roads and touch up the concrete without having to use the sprayer. So just an idea. I mean, each of those are $3. So when you figure that one of those will last you, they will go a far ways on a layout. I'll say that much. So just a cheap way of getting extra paint done. But other than that, that's as far as I've gotten. I hope that you guys enjoy this, and as soon as I get more done, I will put up another video. So thank you guys. Oh, one last thing I was going to say. I forgot to show this. My old station that was here, as you can see, it's now gone. Like I've said with the other station, I just had too many stations, especially with this one being right around the corner from my main station. Didn't make a lot of sense to have it. So I got rid of it, and I'm actually going to be installing, from right here is going to be a turnout. That's going to go in there, another turnout, make a little ladder. I'm either going to have 2 or 3 tracks, and this is going to be my maintenance of way for the Milwaukee Road. And so that's what's going to go right here, and I'll just put some used track and just some other equipment. So that way it kind of, the maintenance of way has their own area now. Other than that, right here, I'll move my pencil. You can see the outline that I've done for where I'm going to have a fence. And as you can see the little dots that I have, this is actually going to become the sand lot. So I know it's kind of short right here, but hey, you know what? I'm going to use my modeler's license and say it's big enough for an outfield for kids. So I'm going to try my best at making that a sand lot. My wife and I really enjoy the movie, so figured I have to have that on the layout. And in the 70s, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, I mean, I know as a kid in the 90s, wherever we found an open lot, that became our baseball field. So just kind of reminiscing on that, and going to put that into use. So again, the new maintenance away area. So that was the last thing I was going to show you. I completely forgot about that. But other than that, that's all that I've gotten done. Like I said, I spent a lot of time wiring up all the new track lighting up to the fan and coming down on this side as well. So that's as far as I've gotten. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I get more accomplished. So I hope that you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and I'm hoping to get another video up prior to the Christmas holiday. But if I don't, I hope everyone has a good Christmas, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.